Now comes a very difficult discussion for Super Bowl fans, and that is how do the Eagles make sure they're holding the Lombardi in 2 weeks? Here's the thing: you can it's a very simple recipe, but simpler said than done. You cannot allow Jalen Hurts to be the reason why you lose the game, but you can't allow him to be the reason why you win either. What do I mean by that? Stick to what got you here. So many times, teams go and face the Chiefs in very one and done situations, and they just completely forget how to play football, or they completely abandon the game that got them there, that they can execute against this team. Because regardless of whether you can do it or not, if that's the team's weakness, you have to attack it, right? So even if you have a bad run game, but you have an amazing pass game, but their pass defense is top notch, and in game you're just not doing well, and you just completely abandon the run, you're going to lose games like that. So in games like this, in games like this, Saquon Barkley has to see at least 20 touches minimum. Why I also say that is because I honestly feel like the worst case scenario for any team outside of the Ravens coming out of the AFC, actually no, the Ravens too have the run defense is a little so-so. Honestly, a lot of the teams that were left in the AFC in the playoffs had average run stop defense. Like at least I could see teams in the NFC run the ball on them outside the Commanders probably. Like the Commanders, I can't really see them run as well as like the Eagles, obviously, or the Lions. But like I really like the Eagles' run attack, obviously, with Saquon Barkley, because not only can he run, he can also do a lot of pass catching. He can do some blocking as well. He's an all-around back. And that's why I would utilize that. And I really feel like the Kansas City Chiefs, the Bills definitely would have a terrible time and a long day stopping Saquon. But I still think the Chiefs will also have a pretty tough time stopping Saquon Barkley. I feel like something that we really have to normalize against facing the Chiefs is that whatever weaknesses they give you, you have to exploit, and you have to minimize turnovers. Because in reality, what a lot of people haven't talked about the Josh Allen game against the Chiefs is that he fumbled the ball a bunch of times. He just got them all back, and he honestly should have threw three real potential interceptions. He didn't, but that's like how much the defense of the Chiefs affected Josh Allen and made him regress, right? So do not put Jalen Hurts in that situation. Run the ball with Saquon, right? And when they bring the packages to stop them, throw over top to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard. Like, you have so many. You can throw it to Saquon. You have so many weapons, man. So many weapons. Do not choose the Super Bowl to abandon your DNA. I am begging the Eagles not to do that. Again, I'm not as low on Jalen Hurts as a lot of people are. But I do think he regressed since his Super Bowl appearance. Like that Jalen Hurts in the past Super Bowl against the Chiefs is not this Jalen Hurts. Do not expect that Jalen Hurts to appear all game. Can he appear in spurts? Yes, especially with the run game being established very early. But do not go in there have him pass heavy like he's Matthew Stafford. Like don't do that. Don't set him up for failure. Is it injury? Is it like I don't really know what made Jalen Hurts regress. At least in my eyes, I feel like he's not as sharp. But he has been battling a couple of injuries over the last couple of years. And this season, I honestly think this man suffered like 2 to 3 concussions. I'm not gonna lie to you, and some other injuries. So that could be impacting his play. But either here than there, he's starting. He's been playing, and he's not been costing his team games. So I mean, they dropped 55 points on the Commanders. There's nothing else. I mean, I know there's a bunch of turnovers, but they capitalize on those turnovers, and that is a sign of a great team is when you can turn the ball over, but not only that, you can capitalize on the turnovers and turn them not only just into field goals, because field goals will get you beat, but turn them into tutties, turn them into touchdowns. The Eagles can do that. So they have to establish the run and dominate early, because I promise you, if you let it go, this game go into the fourth quarter with like 5 or so minutes left, and you allow the refs to be able to impact this game, you will have a tough time or lose. And I'm not even talking from a conspiracy theory standpoint. Whether you think of that or not, I'm looking at the Chiefs like they know they can get the benefit of the call. Whether they, again, I'm just saying in terms of the totality of the game, they know they can get a benefit of the call just like the Eagles can. So they're going to design play. I'm sure there's design plays where it's like we can draw almost like a foul baiting play in the NBA, in basketball, right? Where maybe you swing through the arms, try to draw as much contact as possible. You can do that in the NFL, and I'm sure Andy Reid knows it. I'm sure there's plays designed, or at least designed where there's a higher chance of a pass interference call based on personnel, based on who's out there, based on the rally, based on so many different things. So you cannot allow the refs to be a crucial factor in this game. Early, you can, because you can make up for mistakes. When it's later, when it's the witching hour, and you allow refs to interfere, just like that fourth and goal, but the fourth down play for the Bills where they didn't convert, when you allow the Chiefs in the game that late, those calls will not go your way. Now that part is way easier said than done, because they have Patrick Mahomes on the other side, and they're so good that they make teams abandon their game plan, abandon their DNA, abandon what got them there, because of the pure pressure that the Chiefs put on you offensively and defensively, and on special teams. Special teams, they got some chunk yardage. I remember I talked about in the Ravens video a couple videos back, where I was like, the special teams phase of the football is highly underrated to, maybe not in NFL, but to fans. Like, fans really underplay how important it is to get good field position through special team play. And I just think there's going to be not that many turnovers in this game. So it's really going to come down to defensive stops. It's going to come down to the trenches. My front is better than your front. Like, that's what's going to have to come down to. It's going to come down to, you cannot make it a shootout of Patrick Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts he already lost that. He's going to lose it again. You need to make it, look, you cannot beat our running back. Our running back is the best player on this field, and it's not even close. And if you're gonna win this game, you're gonna have to completely shut him down. No one has been able to do that all season. Good luck. I'm telling you, if the Eagles go into this game playing bully ball, there's a good chance they win this game. Kansas City, on your side of things, I'll keep it short, because honestly, I think the Kansas City Chiefs should be favored in this game. Let Patrick Mahomes be great. I think he's gotten way better as the season progressed, and I think right now he's not as Patrick Mahomes of old, but he's definitely at a pretty good spot right now where he's the best quarterback in football. And yeah, good luck. Whoever you have on defense, whatever defensive scheme you're doing, I mean, he's just reading things at such a high level. And this is a guy who started his career couldn't read defenses that well, if at all. And that's a part of his game. That he was still cooking people, but the part of his game that he's developed, and I think he's gotten to the level now. It's funny enough. I mean, I know we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, one of the best, he's going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks in history already. But, I really do feel like he's getting more evolution to his game and getting even better. This season's just harder. I feel like weapons going in and out, and they haven't surrounded him with, really good, solid weapons. He has it. He's Patrick Mahomes, so he makes everyone better. But there's some glaring issues on the offense. Some on the offensive line, some with the running game. I do like Pacheco. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying, and Kareem Hunt, but I'm just saying, you'd want more out of this offense. And I really do feel like they're missing a Tyreek Hill deep threat. Even though they have Xavier Worthy, which I think he's going to do amazing and get into that role, so they don't even need that. but they definitely need a bigger body receiver because I think Kelsey is slowing down tremendously, and he's just a shell of what he once was for them. And they need that big body threat again to help Patrick Mahomes. Either way, I think Travis Kelsey's going to lay everything on the line. I think he's ready to ball. I don't think he's going to have the best game because I do believe in the Eagles linebacking core. But if Travis Kelsey can turn back the clock a little bit just for this one game and get some more receptions, be more of a factor into this game, that's the recipe for the Chiefs to win. Involve Travis Kelsey early. I think they're involving him way too late. I think if you involve Travis Kelsey a lot earlier into the game, let him establish it, make teams have to guard him more. Like the Bills were setting DeMar Hamlin on this dude. Like, come on, like so make sure establish him early. Let him get him his blood pumping. Let him be like, yo, I'm here. I'm Travis Kelsey. We are the fate. Like we are the back to back. We're going for the 3P. You cannot stop me. You get that Travis Kelsey, it's gonna be a long day. I don't care who the Eagles have. I don't care who they have, bro. It's gonna be a long day. So that's how I feel about these two teams. I'm really excited for the matchup because I'm curious of what versions of these teams and these players are gonna come out. I mean, they have a lot of time to rest, so it's gonna be interesting to see that. But yeah, that's the mold really. Again, I think I favored the Chiefs to win this game. So I just feel like what they need to do is less than what the Eagles need to do. Because I feel like the quarterback play is not even close in Mahomes' favor. But the Eagles have a lot of weapons, so it just depends on how they're going to use it. What play calling is Kellen Moore going to dial up? Like we're going to see. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one. Tell me your thoughts down below. Peace.